We are Cam and Heather on Sea Clef, and we are on the trip of a lifetime. Come share in our adventures as we take you through the Great Lakes to Chicago, down through the river system of the Midwest, along the panhandle of Florida, across the Gulf of Mexico, and down the west side of Florida, crossing through the Okeechobee Waterway to eastern Florida. Then share in our adventures as we continue throughout the Bahamas and back up the eastern seaboard, finally returning to Canada on America's Great Loop. Today's voyage features a new segment in our Loop series. This next and final set of videos will cover our travels through the Bahamas, which took place from late January in 2023 to early April that same year. In this first video on our Bahamas series, we exit through the port of Miami and make our way across the Gulf Stream, realizing a long-held dream of reaching the Bahamas on our own boat.
Big shipping container. I guess this is where they load and unload them at the port of Miami. And we are leaving the port of Miami and heading out into the Atlantic Ocean to cross the Gulf Stream today and go to Bimini, Bahamas. We are expecting 10 to 15 knot winds out of the east-southeast, and our waves are probably around 2 feet, with anywhere from a 4-second period to an 8 or 9 second period, depending on who you read. So we're hoping for a good crossing. It might be a bit lumpy.
Today's travels were 50 nautical miles, and we departed at 10 a.m., arriving into Bimini just after 2:30 that same afternoon for a speed made good of 11.3 knots. I'm downstairs. Heather's on the helm, and she has rigged up all sorts of ways of keeping our cupboards from coming open. I guess these ones aren't going to open because of our direction, but the bungees are working. I've got a glass of water that I'm going to head upstairs with. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Oh, don't start that. Good afternoon. We are on the bridge of Sea Clef. We are going from Miami today to Bimini, Bahamas. So we are leaving the United States and going to hang out and do some different kind of stuff.
Entering the third country on our loop. I was going to count how many states we've been in. I forget. I think it's like 9 or 10 or something like that so far.
It's up there.
Yeah, this will be our third country.
So it's lumpy out. It's manageable at this point.
The cut was a little exciting.
No sea bands, but I am on my gravel. Yeah, when we were going through the cut, I was thinking, we can't do this. We're going to turn around. I don't know, I was down below trying to save the cabin. And,
but if you are going out the cut, my suggestion is persevere a little longer and just get out of the cut. I mean, if it's still bad, I guess you got to go back. But it's not too bad out here. our prediction was, the forecast we were using was telling us 2-foot waves, and the forecasts were anywhere from a 4-second to a 10-second period, depending on which site you looked at. But it's pretty acceptable out here. It's a nice ride. It isn't that flat, of course, but
No.
it's not too bad at all.
It's a little hard moving around the boat. You're definitely, walking with your hands as well as your feet when you are moving around.
We're not quite halfway across.
It's bouncy. We're on autopilot, and Otto is handling it very well. So we will check him later. I don't know. We're another couple hours to go. Probably about 2 hours to the cut at Bimini.
2 hours to the entrance, yeah. And I'm looking forward to that blue that you always think of when you think of Bahamas.
The clear blue water.
Color in the water. I'm really looking forward to that. That's not in there, is it?
We did hear that get a water temperature reading, and it's 80 degrees, so that's exciting.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll be getting in the water some this week.
Conditions remained excellent on our crossing. Our wave forecast, which we discussed a few minutes ago, refers to the wave height and the period between each wave peak. So, a 2-foot wave with a 4 to 10 second wave period is a longer wave, and the longer the wave, the less harsh it is to cut through the water.
We have our yellow quarantine flag ready to be put up, and our Bahamas flag once we cleared customs. We have our customs forms all printed, ready to go, our passports out, and so we're still a few hours away, but making progress across the Gulf Stream and over to Bahamas.
The Gulf Stream, which we are now crossing, is typically less than 3 miles off the coast of Miami. The Gulf Stream is a 35-mile wide river in the Atlantic Ocean. The Gulf Stream flows out of the loop current in the Gulf of Mexico and turns north between Cuba and the Florida Keys.
We are making great progress. That blue dot, or pin, I guess, is our marina that we're going to. And so we're pretty far along. Can't find the darn boat. There it is. So we've probably another, hour of open water, and then we'll be at our destination. Lots of blue water out here. On ship. Can't see anything ahead of us in terms of land, and we're well beyond seeing Miami in the distance. Pretty soon we'll be putting up our quarantine flag.
Waves can be a bit deceiving, and while it looks quite calm for our crossing, it was bumpy. By looking at the shake of the horizon, you can get an idea of the movement of our boat comparative to the horizon. However, in general, it was an excellent crossing, and we were very happy to have gone that day.
We are on final approach. We're within 3.5 to 4 miles of shore at Bahamas, Bimini. You can see there's a cruise ship there, and boy, can you ever see the sand on the beaches. Looking forward to getting there. Look at the color of this water. Just beautiful. Wow. We are on final approach. We are in the channel for coming into Bimini, Bahamas. So where are we?
I don't know. Blue Water Marina in Bimini.
Bimini, Bahamas. Take our U.S. flight.
What's the yellow flag? That doesn't look like a Bahamas flag. It's not quarantine as in the pandemic. It means we haven't cleared customs.
Cleared customs.
Customs and immigration. It looks like he's got it hooked. You want to pull it out to the side? There we go.
So I'm in Bimini, Bahamas. I've just come from the immigration office. You have to check in with immigration first, and then you can go to customs to check in the boat. So that's where I'm headed next, is to check in the boat at customs. I'm at the Big Game Club on Bimini, and this is where the customs is. This isn't where immigration is. Immigration is further north on the island, on the other side of the street, but I am now cleared through customs and immigration, and I'm going to go back and change the flag on our boat from a quarantine flag to a Bahamian flag. We have gone to immigration, checked ourselves in, then I went to customs, checked the boat in, and we are no longer in quarantine. It's time to take our quarantine flag off.
And has it what, been a half an hour?
Maybe.
We didn't even get the creases out of the flag. I don't know, do they have a national anthem? Probably do.
Yeah.
Oh, Bahamas. I don't know it. We're in Bahamas, na boo boo. I'm probably insulting the Bahamas. We are thrilled to be here.
Okay. We now fly the Bahamian flag.
Yay!
Here we are in Blue Water Marina. I think the water's more green, but look at the color of that water. Just can't wipe the grins off our faces as we are in the Bahamas. Very exciting. We're in Bimini at
Yeah, there is
Big
definitely.
Game Club.
There is a man there.
And there's a cage here, and you can go in the cage and they feed the sharks around you. It's this one, Bimini Big Game Club. A few pelicans and quite a few sharks.
All right, it is a super windy day, but much calmer than it's been. We had quite a storm blow through here, and a bunch of these sailboats behind me and one across from us are going to leave today. We're staying put, thank God, but the tough part's going to be getting out of the dock and getting out of the cut here. So I'm just going to show you. They have decided, I don't know, six men have gone over, and they are going to turn the sailboat that is across from us so they can just bow out easily. So let's have a look. All right, so they are working on a plan Zach's boat. Zach is traveling with his young family, his 16-year-old and 13-year-old daughters, and 4-year-old son, and their wife is expecting. Adventurous, brave, they're homeschooling their kids, pretty good deal for the kids, great experiences. And I'm not going to play-by-play this because I don't know what's going on. So the second departure of the sailboat didn't go so well.
Went bad.
And
Same with that
this little
trawler over there.
boat has towed him right out of the marina, and that's worked really well. Unfortunately, the first sailors hit our bow. It's not bad. We got some fiberglass scratching, but they've got a stanchion bent.
Yeah. Looks like they're getting ready to go.
It's been bumper boats around here. The fourth boat from our fairway getting ready to go. We also had a tug went out. It had some trouble, trawler. These folks are in position, ready to put a line on and tow these guys out. And so hopefully this time nobody will get back as far as our bow, but I am still in position. And we'll throw down the phone and protect our boat if I have to. Lines are coming on. Another one going over there. See it? Let's go to these guys. They're close. They're coming out. I managed to get out of there. I think everybody's mental. There's no way we're going in this wind. These guys, they know their prop walk. Oh, they do have a line on them. Hard to see. We are kicking their stern out. Line's off.
A trip to the Bahamas would not count if you did not first start with a can of Goombay Punch, a sweet, carbonated beverage of the Bahamas, which was a bit of nostalgia for Cam. And of course, you have to have grilled lobster delivered right to the boat on your first night in the Bahamas. We spent a few days exploring before moving on, several actually due to waiting on weather, and we went to the Fountain of Youth, a local restaurant for some conch fritters, and we went to the beach almost every day, where we were there to enjoy the beautiful waters of the Bahamas.